Good afternoon. I'm gonna try to get in another rapid game. I've really been embarrassing myself tactically in these games, so I'm just kind of hoping that won't continue, whether I win or lose. Alright, let's go with Old Faithful, the King's Indian attack. It looks like I'm paired up against a 1967. As usual, we're going to play Bishop G2, Castle Kingside, try to get in D3 and E4. C5, so black's being very ambitious, and looks like we're going to get a King's Indian defense with reversed colors, because he can now play E5. If I remember correctly, I used to like to play Knight BD2 before E4. And E4 from him after that is not really a big deal, because after I capture once on that square and play Knight G5, I'm hitting the E4 square all sorts of times. But actually maybe he can then play E3. I don't know. Let's go for it. Okay, I like that the bishop's on D6, because now if my knight shows up on C4 after E4, D4, it does so sort of with tempo. I mean, that's not a great bishop, but at least it's something my knight can capture if it wants to. Okay, so knight c4, he could expand with b5, knight takes d6, queen takes d6. And since I have less space, I like trades, I like bishops, so let's do it. Knight to c4. I suspect he'll play bishop c7. He did not. Okay. Well, I'm now thinking about trying to get in all of these pawn moves and cause his center to disintegrate after taking the two bishops. Let's give it a shot. Knight takes d6. And we will go c3, I think. Can he just take on c3 and play rook d8 and try to win my d-pawn? I mean, I have knight e1. Okay, maybe as an alternative, I should play a4, bring this knight to c4, and try to play f4. That seems reasonable to me. The only issue is he might go bishop to g4, stopping that. So maybe knight d2 first is the way to go, because if b5, I have a4 when a6 is not playable. Okay, we're going to give that a shot. Just hoping that I don't make some horrific blunder. It's basically my goal when I play online chess, because I am fantastic at losing these games. Okay, so assessing strategy, I think white's happy with that one-piece trade, happy to have the two bishops, happy to have only one knight that wants to use the c4 square. I mean, I want to go f4 anyway. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing f3 first in order to get that bishop out of there. He goes bishop e6. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to play knight c4 and let him take there, because then I have to worry about d3 forever, and I have no knight to stick on that square. So maybe this was not the right way to go. Maybe this knight should be over on h4 looking at f5. Not liking this very much now. And if I play f4 right now, maybe he's going to play knight g4 to e3. So perhaps h3, king h2, and then continue with f4, but he's going to play b5 and c4. So I think first we should stop him from playing b5. Yeah, of course, he just plays a6 first. I've got to get my knight off of d2 so I can develop my dark squared bishop so that I can challenge him for control of the a file. If I go a5, I think he's just going to go queen c7 and try to pick up that pawn. This is definitely not, it seems seeming like it's definitely not a good position for me, if it anymore, if it ever was. Alright, let's try b3, and after he plays b5, take, bishop b2. I mean, it's very defensive, very passive, but maybe it's what I have to do now in order to not just get crushed because of inferior development. I could also go bishop a3. b4 is not really a move for him. After bishop b2 right now, can he play c4? I could probably just play c4, can't he? But if I take and take, then he can trade on a1 and play knight b4. So I'm just going to try, bishop b2. Let him play c4. And just try to survive in a situation in which my opponent is opening the side of the board on which he has more space. Yeah, this is very bad. Very, very bad. But perhaps I can take on c4 and then go bishop a3. Does that make any sense? Perhaps, because he has to play knight b4. Let's give it a shot. He has to play knight b4, and then maybe I can just take on c4. And he'll trade and attack the crap out of me, but I'll have the d2 square for the queen to put more pressure on the knight, so at least there's that. Actually, he may be dropping a piece here. Oh no, a5, of course. Huh. Alright, I can play... Oh no, I can't play c3 because he's moving this pawn with check. I just realized that. Arg. Yeah, I don't think I can even let him do that because he's going to be taking on this square with check, so I think I just have to play king h1. And now I can take on b4 and then play my rook to b1. That looks reasonable to me. And afterwards I can put my bishop on f1 in order to start taking over the light squares in the center and on the queen side. And I'm going to run low on time, so I've got to start moving faster. Maybe a good move for him was this one. Alright, but this at least allows me to activate my pieces, and I can kind of blockade on the light squares, and I can try to do something with my a pawn. And typically rook pawns do well against knights, so I'm not totally dead here yet. Actually, I'm equal in pawns. My mistake. Yeah, black had to have something better here because this is not as good as his situation was in the middle game. I think I want to block that diagonal because otherwise he's going to take on b1. Oh, he can't play rook takes a4 yet. So maybe I should just go a5, a6. Yeah. If he takes on b1 and takes on a5, I have rook b8 check with checkmate in one more move. Of course, the pawn chain on dark squares is good against a light squared bishop, except that in this situation, it allows an easy blockade of the d3 square. Okay, so now he is threatening to trade on b1 and grab that pawn. So it's important for me to put the pawn on a6, where it's defended by the light squared bishop. And this pawn is, as long as it doesn't get captured, it's going to be a very nice pawn for white, obviously. Okay, I think he should give his king room here with h6 or f6, because otherwise I can bring my bishop out maybe to b5, attacking the knight, then to c6, attacking the rook. And if he tries to trade and take the a-pawn, well, it depends on where the knight goes, but if the knight were posted like aggressively on c5, I would then have rook b8 checkmate. Okay, this looks, to me, very good for white. And if this knight now comes to c5, I think I can even play a7. And I'm not sure he's going to have anything better than going back to d7, at which point I have rook b7. I bet this is winning for white at this point. Okay, interesting, because now if rook b7, he can trade and play knight b8. What about the move bishop to b5? Attacking the knight's likely to move. It's going to go to c5, attacking my pawn, and then I go bishop c6, threatening checkmate. So he goes, what? He goes h6 or something. And then I go bishop b7, and he's playing d3 quickly. I don't think that's any good. I think I should activate my king here, or play f4, try to take more space. Let's activate the king. King g2. Okay, that allows me to come in with check. And then attack his knight from e6. I don't know if that's any good. Let's try f4. And king f3. I'm running out of time and not coming up with anything here, so this is too bad. Let's go rook b5. Not actually, am I? Maybe I am hanging this pawn, because obviously if I play rook takes e5, I lose my rook. And he takes back with check. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, we gotta try rook b7. Alright, looking like a loss, unfortunately, but I'll keep trying here. I have the hope of playing bishop h3 and grabbing this knight on d7. Like if he plays rook b2, I think I just win the knight. Not just win the knight, because he ends up with passed pawns, but yeah, okay. We're going to play bishop h3, make the knight move, and start taking pawns on the king side. Okay. I think we want to go... Do we want to trade there? Let's play rook g8, because my rook's better placed than his right now, but I really have to start moving fast. So I think I'm going to stop talking at this point. Doesn't look like he can defend both of these, and I don't think black is winning after rook takes c2 just to make some passed pawns, because I can take on c5, and then after d3 I can play rook takes e5 check, and if king d6, rook back to d5 check. Okay, we're definitely taking this. And what are we doing now? We're just going to have to risk this. Shoot, he's going to play rook d1, isn't he? Shit. Oh, well. Oh, but c1, I mean, I'm probably still better after I lose my rook. That's interesting. There is hope yet. Of course, I should just have, I guess, taken the pawn. Okay, now what are we doing? Come on, go fast. We're going to anchor the bishop, and we're going to prepare to use my king to escort the b-pawn and my bishop to defend the pawns on the other side of the board. I should have gone to d5. Shoot. Yeah, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. Alright, I'm satisfied with that result, I guess. Thank you for watching.